Hey, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another episode of Fridays Are for Friends. I'm here with an amazing artist, Nadia Venice and Octoburr. Can you tell us a little bit about this collaboration?
Yes. So I originally wrote this song kind of like randomly in the middle of the night. And the vibe is a lot different than what I typically do. It's more on like the indie rock alternative side. And October is my rock star friend. So I wanted him to be on it with me. So we ended up recording it at my house or my apartment originally. And he's helping me out with like different melodies and what have you, and then I was like, "I want you to have your own verse." So then we did another remix, POV remix, and yeah, that's how that came about.
Yeah, and October, when did you realize music was more than just a hobby?
I don't know, I guess, growing up, I moved around a lot, and so, music was that thing that centered me, and so I realized, because doing that and then, like, drama and theater, it's like, I just wanted to find ways to just be seen. That was the original vehicle, so I just knew that was kinda the path from there, you know?
Yeah, I feel
So,
that.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's natural though. And you started music when you were 6 years old. How did that come about, and how do you think that journey from that young age has made you into the artist you are today?
Yeah, I mean, I started writing songs at 6 because my cousin taught me, and for a long time, it was really just more of an outlet, kind of a catharsis for me, and then around, like, 18 or 19, I wanted to release music, so it was something that I realized I wanted to be my career more so than just a hobby, so that's kinda how that started, and it's been amazing ever since.
Yeah, amazing. Now, Toby, you're a singer, producer, engineer, multi-instrumentalist. How do all four of those things make you into the artist you are today?
I mean, I think that, was kind of the 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 center focus growing up in Atlanta. A lot of it was heavy hip hop and trap, and growing up, I kind of listened to everything. My family's from all over the world, and so just like having different influences affect my music, and I wanted to get into pop rock, and so being able to create my own sound was like a necessity because there wasn't much that I could do or working with other people that were doing that kind of stuff out here in Atlanta. Or at least it was hard for me to find. And so, it kind of was just like that freedom just to be able to actually create the sounds that I hear in my head? So,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just a synergistic, experience, so,
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a true, like, what I call, like, a jack of all trades,
Really?
true musician to the core, so
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I'm
yeah.
excited to hear more of your music for sure. And you were talking about all those genres that influenced you. You are influenced by three genres, maybe even more R&B, pop, house music. How do all three of those genres, I guess, combine to make the music that you make?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm still in the process of sort of finding my distinct sound and sort of building it from scratch because I've been on the tight beats train for quite some time, which is really bad. But I don't know, I think it's just a matter of what I naturally gravitate to. I'm one of those people where I'm very picky with beats. So if I hear a beat and it resonates with me, I write to it. Otherwise, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I think over time I've started to, I guess, really define what that is. I just need to like make it from scratch with the producer. So if you're a producer, hit me up.
Love that.
That does R&B.
Amazing. And you when you're writing, what starts first for you? Is it the lyrics, the melodies, the production?
Oh, man, yeah, it's always, it's kind of like a cluster you can say fuck, right? Clusterfuck? I don't know if you say that, but it's like, but depending, I think I probably lean more melodies first because 'cause I'll hear sound and maybe that started from my classical background, so I did, like, cello growing up. And so whenever you go through the movements and suites, you hear a symphony of sound, and so you learn to separate the sound from that moment and then put it all together. So melodies and how they fit together, I guess, is my leaning part. And then I'll do like a little bit of production around it, but then I'll finish writing, and then keep production on top of that because I want the melodies of at least the vocals. I love vocal production and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So want that to sound the most. So that's kind of my flow. So melodies for sure is the vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for you, are how I guess important are visuals to your music?
So important. I'm in the process of trying to make more. I feel like, I mean, the past like couple years, I've had like a bit of a creative download when it comes to visuals, and I have so many cool ideas that I just need to get my shit together and create them and put them out. But they're very important. I haven't released as much as I would like, but they're coming, so that's good.
Yeah. And if you could create your dream concept album, what would it be?
I just want it to be a like almost like a mad scientist concoction of just like genres of music. From like you like, why would that even happen? But why is it working? You know?
Mm.
And just have that whole roller coaster ride of experience where it's almost like going around the world, or at least genres, and it's just like a whole experience that kind of just leaves you like, what the hell? You know, that's kind of my dream concept. So we're figuring it out. You know, one day. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. And what are the biggest lessons you've learned as an independent artist?
Biggest lessons I've learned, try to I really feel like the more that you know that you can do on your own, the better. So I think if I would have taught myself how to produce more and engineer more, I probably would have released a lot more music. So I'm still in the process of sort of like um, just getting better with my skill sets. And then um, I think just not being too much of a perfectionist. I think sometimes we get too caught up in that kind of thing and we don't release enough music. So I think I've gotten a little bit better with that. But yeah, just teaching myself as much as I can, constantly putting myself out there to network so that more opportunities can come. I like can't talk today. I don't know what's
You're
happening.
great. You
So
sound
yeah,
great.
that's the gist of
Yeah.
it.
It's funny because I feel like as artists and creatives, we're always chasing that perfection, but it's our biggest, and it's a blessing and a curse. It
Mhm.
really is.
For sure.
But if you wait for something to be perfect, you're never gonna put anything out, you know?
Exactly.
And for October, what are some artists and producers that inspire your music today?
Um, wow, yeah. Starting from when I first got into music, like middle school, Yo-Yo Ma on cello, crazy. And then from there, singer-songwriter, I love like Damien Rice, Ed Sheeran, and then rest in peace, Chester Bennington, Linkin Park. Oh my gosh, crazy because they were just a crazy sound at the time, and they were just like, put a lot of stuff together during that transition of music. And then Chris Chris Brown killed R&B, so he's always my R&B influence. And then Justin Bieber, I don't know, I just
Yeah.
King of Leon's. I gotta see you guys too,
Yeah.
wherever you guys at. I gotta see you guys. Hold up. Favorite
That's
Kites.
another one.
Oh my gosh. Favorite Kites. I saw them live. That's such a great experience. I met them too. So great. But yeah, those are my sounds. I kind of listen to everything.
Mm.
I love everything. And I think that kind of plays to my inspirations in music because I just hear sounds and like I want to be like how would a maybe a country rap or R&B riff sound on a rock record or folk record if you put right if you put those sounds together like what would that sound like and it's just I because I hear it at once you know so it's just I don't know so yeah that's my big bro
Yeah.
so yeah
No, I feel like where I grew up too in Gwinnett County, it was very much a melting pot in that sense, where I grew up a lot on that early 2000s rock as well, or like pop punk.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And it's so interesting how it influences my sound today. And I feel like that's to so many people our age as well, because it was everything in that moment. So it's just interesting how it still like seeps in. And what's one goal you're determined to accomplish by the end of this year?
I have so many goals. I think one goal probably more full length, content or full length music videos. And probably ultimately a project. I've released a project before, and in the past few years, the past year, I'm always writing, but recently I wrote another project. So there's sort of like a storyline that goes along with that project, and I would really love to bring that to life. So probably that.
Amazing. Well, I'm really excited for people to find your music, hear more of it. Can you guys let the audience know where they can find
Yes. Would it be this one or?
it right there?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Nadia Venice. It's Venice spelled like Venice, Italy. And then you can follow me on TikTok at Nadia Venice Music. And that's pretty much it for me.
Spotify?
Well, yeah, Spotify, Nadia Venice, all the streaming platforms. I'm on there. So yeah.
yeah for me streaming platforms October that's Octoburr same thing for my handles like Instagram everything I am October Octoburr
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for sitting with us. I'm excited for people to hear your music. And thank you to audience for listening to another episode of Fridays of Our Friends. Peace.